Oh my god, sneakers are so boring, bro. We keep getting the same stuff over and over again. I hate the culture, bro. Shut up, you dumb hype beast. It's your fault. Accept the fact that you make things this way. Go ahead and eat your cake. Sneaker releases seem underwhelming for two reasons: the overabundance of L's and our obsession with new things, bro. We have a fixation on new releases and we're always looking towards the future. That's what makes the present so boring, bro. If we're always looking at future advancements in technology, it makes our current life seem very boring and obsolete, doesn't it, guys? Yeah, that's the fact. That's why the old generation hates on the new generation, because the new generation makes everything seem so cool and drippy, and it makes the old heads look like what? Old heads, bro. You look so forward and so far beyond your current scope. That's what makes the culture seem so boring, even though things are okay right now. Yes, there are many problems in sneakers, but sneakers being very boring, it's a give and a take. There's some truth in that statement, but there's also a lot of accountability not being stated when you make that statement. So like I said, we're always looking ahead and we're not being grateful for what we currently have. Here's a hard pill to swallow for most of you. Sneakers are toys at the end of the day. Yes, they're toys for grown men and women, but at the end of the day, they're adult toys. Not like that, bro, but follow me, listen. So let's take a trip down memory lane. Most of you guys collected toys when you're like, what, from 5 to 10? For me, I had an obsession with Power Rangers and Transformers, right? Every new season, there'd be a new Red Ranger team, new Power Ranger team, and the old team got old, right? So I would have one toy, and as soon as they started advertising the new set of toys, I would look at my current toy and be like, dang, this thing sucks, throw it in the bin, and then I would beg my mom to get me a new toy every time we went to Walmart, and I just had a big collection of old, obsolete toys, because guess what? Sneakers are only good when they're new and fresh, but as soon as something more appealing comes along, you get bored of what you currently have, because that old dog can't do new tricks. Yes, all that glitters is not gold. The toys seem very new and shiny at first, but one day they collect dust, the parts start falling apart, and then you want to just abandon it, like you guys have abandoned Reeboks, how you guys have abandoned K-Swiss, Skechers, Jordan 1s, Jordan 4s. Look at what you've done to this culture, bro. You've even abandoned Panda Dunks, and they've done nothing wrong. They're a reliable sneaker, because the fact that it's so available makes them seem boring and basic. I mean, come on, guys. Let's just be real for a second. We have such a fixation on everything that's coming into the future, bro. We're looking at 2025 sneakers. One day you guys are going to be talking about what's coming out in 2026, 2030. Like, guys, stop predicting the future. It's not something you can control. You can only control the present. What we don't understand is the companies do this on purpose, guys. They have a great marketing scheme in which they leak news, like what's coming out in the next coming years, to keep your attention focused on what's ahead. And you don't really look at what's going on right now and analyze the glaring problems that exist inside sneaker culture, because you're so excited for the new Travis Scott Jordan 1 low, even though they told you they're going to stop releasing Travis Scott Jordan 1 lows. But you guys ignore that fact because they keep giving you more and more opportunities to take L's. You're just excited to take L's over and over again, because most of the sneaker game is just obsessed with collecting everything. It's like Pokemon, except the fact that you're never going to catch them all. Isn't that something? Imagine if Ash Ketchum's whole entire life was revolved around getting every single Pokemon, and Professor Oak lied. He said you will never fill up the Pokédex. You will never get the National Dex. Hell, you won't even get every Pokemon gym badge, bro. You're a loser, and you need to accept that. We're not appreciative of what we currently have, guys, and I see that all the time. We like to talk about our collections. We like to update our collections. We want to buy sneakers every month, every 2 weeks, every year. I mean, sometimes you just got to pause and just be like, okay, what can I do with what I currently have? Let me just appreciate the sneakers I have. Maybe you just need to clean up a pair of sneakers. Maybe you need to go to the thrift store and just buy some sneakers, buy some older models, trade sneakers with a friend, do something different. We have such a spender mindset in the sense that the only way we feel like we can make change is by spending money over and over and over again. We don't realize this spending of money consistently causes the retail price of sneakers to go up. It promotes resale culture. It promotes hype beast culture. And when you stop participating in these actions, or you realize that, wow, what I'm doing is just ineffective to what I want, you start to feel like things are getting a little bit boring, because things aren't changing. They're remaining rather stagnant. And you have to accept the fact that this is because of our practices, this is because of our behaviors. Yes, there's a hype beast that exists within every single one of us. I don't care what you collect, because we all have an obsessive nature. We're sneakerheads. But with that obsessive nature comes some restraint. You have to learn how to control your hunger over and over again, because guess what? If you eat out every single day, fast food's going to get rather boring and plain plain and predictable. But if you're somebody with a very strict diet and you want to eat out like once a month, man, that hibachi steak might taste a little better because you withstand from it, bro, you know? And we also have to keep in mind too, nostalgia is one hell of a drug, guys. The companies know that. So let me go back to that whole toy analogy I was mentioning earlier, right? So there are multiple seasons of Power Rangers. I think they're on like their 30th anniversary, right? Let's say they release a new set of Power Ranger toys and they realize like, hey, what's new isn't what's working. So how about I make what's new, what's old, and sell them something from the original Power Ranger series? The old heads are gonna love that, and that's how they keep us hooked in the sneaker culture because they use nostalgia to keep us baited in. We now see like a lot of older retro models. They keep buying us in with that. We love it. We love it so much. We could create our own nostalgia by going back and just getting some older pairs that we may never thought of before. Try something different out. Try different brands out. Sometimes we're so used to doing the same that we don't really want to do what's different. And in some ways, we have just become numb to the pain. Honestly, a lot of us need therapy. Now, for reasons outside of sneakers, most of you guys are just crazy, but most of us need therapy for what we've gone through in the sneaker community, guys. The constant abuse from the Nike sneakers out, the resellers playing with the market. There's some serious trauma that we have created, guys, and honestly, a lot of us have trauma bonded because of the experiences that we have experienced in this community, and we're so used to the constant mistreatment, and we don't really see anything different. We don't really see how we're supposed to be treated in a good, healthy environment, guys. Right now, we're experiencing L's at an unprecedented level. Every week, you guys are taking L's on that sneakers app, or you're taking L's by going on StockX, GOAT, eBay, and paying exorbitant prices for sneakers that you could have just bought used and got a major discount from. But you're so used to being abused, you're so used to being mistreated that you have no clue what is right. And I'm sorry for you. I'm sorry to see this because we as the consumers have accepted mediocrity. We have accepted the bare minimum, and the producers have seen that, and they feel like they have more leverage in the game right now because we are just so numb and complacent to everything. When you're complacent, things seem very boring, and you have to understand, in order to grow, you must get outside of your comfort zone. Things may seem uncomfortable, and for a lot of you guys, that uncomfort is going to be not buying sneakers or wearing something different, trying something different, and not relying on sneakers so much to complete your personality. Because we have to understand, nowadays, the most exciting part about a sneaker is getting it. It's not wearing it. It's not creating new fits with it. It's the process of obtaining a sneaker. And that's sad, bro. The whole gamble that you guys constantly go through just to get a sneaker, the whole casino nature of this whole entire game is very sad. It's very heartbreaking that we've gotten so used to that. We're so used to just staring at a slot machine and watching a number spin and spin. That's the only way we feel alive in this community, when we have a chance to get a sneaker. And when we take those L's, it's just like, what's expected. But when you take that W for the 1 in 50th time, you feel somewhat complete and rather holistic again. Most of y'all can't dress because you overcompensate with sneakers. And I need y'all to understand that sneakers are just a man-made object at the end of the day. They don't make you any better. They don't make you any less. Everybody needs shoes on their feet, yes, but you don't need to have every single sneaker, guys. Learn what you're attracted to and what you like, and just go after those things. Don't be so obsessed with having every single Jordan, every single Nike, every single Air Max, because that's overhyped, bro. There are people with collections that expand over 2,000 sneakers, and they never wear the stuff. They only have it just to say they have it. And what's the point of that? Everybody does what they want with their money, and everybody's entitled to that. I'm not trying to take that away from anybody, but for the people that complain about things being boring, ask yourself, am I just collecting them like Pokemon just to say I have them all, or am I actually trying to do something with my collection? Real talk, real thoughts. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Stay blessed and prosper.